Hello, everyone. Happy Tuesday. It's the 22nd of the 2nd, 2022, which means you won't have more twos in your date column for another 200 years. So enjoy the last of today. Of course, this is In the North Live, brought to you by Basketball Queensland. And I'm Brianna Goodchild. It's great to be back to chat some more ball. Now, normally I'm joined by my better commentating half, John Guana, but unfortunately, John's a little bit under the weather tonight. So it will be me hosting the pod, but of course, I'm not going to be alone because I am adding to the chat as we speak our two veterans in the land of basketball. We have Adam Gibson and Lauren Mansfield. So going to be very exciting to have them join me on the chat. And of course, here we go. Hello, Lauren. How are you?
Hello. I'm good. How are you?
Very well, thank you. So great to have you join us. I'm just seeing if I can get Adam in the chat as well.
Okay.
He should be joining soon. But let's kick off. How are you feeling? How are you doing?
Yeah, I'm feeling good. I'm injured at the moment, so I could be better, but yeah, I'm feeling pretty good.
That's good to hear. I think last time we chatted, it was back, winter last year, playing for the NBL 1 North season, and you were there with the Gold Coast Rollers. So tell me a little bit about, your overall experience in the NBL 1 North.
Yeah, I've really enjoyed it. I think it's probably one of the best leagues, I would say, with the women. So it's super competitive. I loved living on the Gold Coast, obviously a beautiful place to live. But yeah, I think the basketball's really competitive. So I really enjoyed my time so far, and I'm looking forward to going back.
Yes, going back to the NBL 1 North. Adam, thank you so much for joining us. How are you?
Thanks for having me. Hey, girls. How you doing?
Hello.
Good, great. Now, Adam, I'm going to start off with a test for you, a memory test. Are you ready?
No.
We've met before in person, and I've actually dunked on you. Do you remember how this came about? Yes, I think not.
This wasn't at our Spartans by any chance?
It was at the Southern District Stadium, but it was for something you did with the Bullets.
Was it that the test dummy, the...
Yes, that was it. The kids' TV. Yeah. So for those who don't know, my background's in TV, and I was presenting for a kids' TV show. And we went to the Bullets, so it was Adam there at the time. I think back when you were captaining the Bullets as well.
I was, yeah.
Yeah, and then I think it was you and Will Magnay. And I had to wear an orange morph suit, got to sit on Magnay's shoulders and dunk on Adam. There you go.
The things we do for TV, huh?
Yeah, tell me about it. I'll tell you what, orange morph suits, always flattering. But there's been a lot of basketball since then. Adam, give us a little rundown. How are you? What are you focusing on at the moment?
Yeah, I'm good. Things are a little bit different. Not playing so much basketball at the moment. Kind of the first year in 16 that I haven't had a playing contract. So I'm still doing some stuff with the Phoenix. I kind of like a bit of like a development coach kind of role, but I started up my own coaching business as well. So coaching a lot of kids, and just started at Roval Sports Academy. So I'm doing a lot of different things while still staying connected to the NBL. I kind of filled in for one game last week, which was a little bit of fun, but kind of starting to move more towards the other side of playing.
Yeah, definitely. I've noticed that. And technically you're on as a COVID replacement player. Is that correct?
I was, yeah. We got hit really bad. We had, I think, 5 of our players plus our coach, Simon, who all had to sit out for about a week. So the team was beat up pretty bad with that, which obviously gave some opportunities for some other players and whatever. So, it's been a bit of a ride, but most of our guys are healthy now, and the team's looking really good. So hopefully we can kick on for the rest of the season.
Yeah, that's so great to hear. And on the note of coaching, I just saw you posted for the school with your school uniform just this evening. So just tell us a little bit more about that gig you've got lined up.
Yeah, obviously, contacts throughout the years playing. Jenna Green kind of contacted me on to Dean at Roeville, and an unbelievable school. The kids basically go to basketball sessions instead of class, which is amazing for them to learn how to play and to get better. And yeah, the opportunity came. So after I'm done at Pheonix stuff in the morning, I head to Rowville 3 days a week and help there, coach there from year 7 up to year 12. Yeah, it's a lot of fun, learning a lot, just how to, I guess, run the school programs and coaching just more younger kids. So that's been a lot of fun. And yeah, putting on the school uniform for the first time in about 18 years was pretty cool as well.
Yeah, well, I mean, you've got a career that boasts Olympic experience, a couple of NBL championships, 461 if we count that maybe last game you just jumped into, NBL game. So I think the kids are really going to enjoy getting all your experience. But Lauren, any coaching that you've done before?
I've done a lot of school coaching and then coaching juniors as well, and that's probably something that I'm looking to do moving forward as well. And it's kind of, I mean, obviously it sucks being injured, but it's something I can kind of work on now. I like to, talk to the assistants and talk to Shane as well, our head coach, and just kind of, learn things. And you definitely see the game from a different, kind of point of view. When you're not on the court. So yeah, I feel like it's a good time to be learning at the moment.
Yeah, that's great to hear. And look, I read your article about your injury and, there was a quote from you in there saying that you're working towards getting back onto the court, but in the meantime, we'll hear you more. Can you talk us a little bit through that and what's in the cards? So, when you might come back, but also how you're going to motivate your team from the bench.
Yeah, so my rehab's going really well so far. So we are looking for me to come back kind of towards the end of the season. So that's something I'm trying to work towards. But yeah, I'm a quiet person, but I think, this is another good challenge for me to step up, kind of be a bit more of a vocal leader, try and, as I said, seeing the game from a different view. So trying to help the younger girls where I can. And yeah, just being a bit more vocal as opposed to usually I just kind of try to lead by example, but maybe just being a bit more vocal with it and trying to, get behind the girls, staying positive, encouraging, that sort of stuff.
That's great. And look, we've got a shout out here from Special Olympics basketballer too. They said Lauren Mansfield is a legend and my favourite player. So there you go, Lauren, a bit of love on the chat line. And yeah. And we did have a good question come in that I think ties into what you've spoken about, Adam, or what you've spoken about, Lauren, about helping others and kind of, in a sense, coaching. And this is from one of our regulars on the pod. It's Ellie Kearless, 17, and she says, as veterans in the leagues, how do you enjoy helping others, especially the development of younger players? So, Adam, maybe if you want to start us off about your thoughts on that question.
I guess it depends what age. I mean, for me with the Pheonix and the younger guys, it's about, how to read the game and, maybe where they can get a shot or how they can use the offense to score. Obviously now working with a lot of younger kids, like I coach kids from 6 to, 14, 15.
Oh, wow, so, the little bitty ballers.
Yeah, the little ones, they're always the best, a lot of fun. But just, going back to teaching the shooting form and, how to dribble a ball and, layups and, passing. So it ranges from a lot. Obviously, in the professional level, helping the younger kids, I say younger, the 18-year-olds or whatever they are. Just while they're on the bench, reading the game, making sure they stay ready. It's a wide range of, kids and whatever. But, yeah, it's a lot of fun, all different types.
Yeah, and look, just quickly before we move on to your answer, Lauren, was it just me or did everyone else also shoot down the wrong end of the court back in bitty ball days? Anyone else?
I think I might have for sure.
Yeah, that is something you see often. And then Lauren, for you, how do you enjoy helping some of the younger players or development players in your squad?
Yeah, I think definitely probably more so with the guards, but just kind of telling them different things that I see, kind of reading the defense, coming off pick and roll, kind of if I see that they've missed something or they could have attacked, just kind of trying to help them through kind of play by play. So just trying to, encourage them to be more aggressive and stuff like that. So yeah, just kind of things that I see the way that I see the floor, just trying to show them that or point things out to them.
Yeah, that's great to hear. So really just pointing things out, helping that. And actually, we've got two guards here on the podcast, so maybe we'll focus on that as well. How to be a point guard for your team, and what's the key focus there? So Adam, if you want to kick us off.
Oh, I think that, the point guard's one of the toughest positions on the floor because not only do you have to worry about yourself, but you have to worry about the team more so. Like, you have the ball in your hands a lot. You're usually the one that decides the plays and offenses that you run. And, if you have shooters, you have to get them shots. The big guys or the big girls, they always want the ball, and you have to give them a few touches so they run hard and set hard screens and rebound. So it is always the toughest. You have to sacrifice a lot. You might be having a good game, but if your other four players or the rest of your team aren't, then you haven't really done your job. And usually the leaders and captains come from that point guard position. So it's a lot of sacrifice. You have to really think about the rest of your team. And if I think the good ones that do that well have successful careers and usually win. So yeah, it's a lot about making sure everyone's happy. If someone hasn't had a touch for a while, you got to run them the play and, pat them on the bum or whatever to make sure that everyone's feeling good. So it's tough and you have to sacrifice a lot, but it's also pretty rewarding at the end of the season as well.
Yeah, so it definitely seems like you've got to have a high level of that basketball IQ, awareness of, all five men on the court. And then a relationship with the coach, is that a really important element as well?
Yeah, that's huge. You're essentially the coach on the court. So if the coach trusts in you to be able to run the plays you want and kind of direct it and lead that way, it does help things. Because, sometimes coaches will call plays in the wrong time. If they trust you enough to run the ship and guide and direct, then it's only going to be better for the team. You're out there, you play in the moment and you feel and can sense what's going on. So it always works best when the point guards run the show, and obviously you have to work with the coach pretty closely to make sure that works well.
And Lauren, what would you like to add on to that, or what's your experience, especially playing for the Sydney Uni Flames? Oh, are you with us, Lauren? Can you hear us?
Sorry, I think I just cut out.
That's okay.
Yeah, I'm with you. I'm with you.
All right. Just asking what your experience is playing point.
Yeah, so I think it's been a bit different for me this year because I've kind of moved to more of the two guard. But yeah, I think a lot of what Gibbo said is pretty on point. I think as a point guard, you probably have to think more, think through the game. What am I going to run? Who's hot? So yeah, I think, and at the two, I can still do that and kind of help the team as well. But yeah, just as Gibbo said, I think being able to get your other teammates involved, that's your job. And when everyone else is playing well, then you're doing your job correctly. So yeah, I think Gibbo explained it pretty well.
Yeah, because you were starting point guard back when you played for Iowa State, right? College in the US?
Yeah.
Is that sort of where you learn all those skills?
I think it's been kind of an ongoing journey for me. I think I learned a lot coming back to the WNBL. But yeah, definitely college days. You have to really learn to run a team, at that level. So I think just throughout my whole career, I've been constantly learning, and I think that's, helped me to get better and better as a point guard.
Yes, and then the difference between the two positions, maybe you want to unpack that a little bit. So what you found the biggest difference to be this year? Is there just more shooting opportunities? Would you say that's one of the things different?
Yeah, I think definitely. I think it's a lot easier playing the wing. You just get to kind of run down, and I think I definitely have just felt like my game's a bit more freer, not having to bring the ball up the court, call the plays. So it's definitely, yeah, it's been a lot of fun. Obviously, playing with Shyla helps as well. So yeah, I guess just. Yeah, things have just kind of opened up a bit more for me.
Yeah, and it's sad that we're not going to be seeing you play the next couple of rounds, but I'm excited to hear that we'll potentially get you back for the end of the season. But look, watching your games for the season so far, it's been really good. Commentators, coaches always talk about how you're such a solid, player on the court, and it's been good how you've been having consistent scores, but it was really in those last couple of rounds, before in your last couple of rounds you played, that you really lit up. And one of them was against Perth. They used to play with Perth, but then you went and versed them and got 24 points. Was that sort of just the excitement of versing an old team? Is that where that energy came from?
No, I don't think so. I think honestly it was just kind of the pick and roll defense they were playing kind of gave us the mid-range jump shot. And I hit my first couple and I think I just felt confident and kind of knew I wanted to keep getting to my jump shot because that's what was working. And then, yeah, I just kind of flowed from there. But I definitely really felt comfortable coming off those pick and rolls in that game and just kind of had the confidence. And so I just stayed aggressive.
That was great. And in round 9, following it up, you also had another one of those games. I think it was against Bendigo Spirit. And again, 21 points, 5 rebounds, 4 assists. But probably the most impressive thing was 3 threes in 2 minutes and the 7 from 11 threes. So that's a 63% clip. Was that just, again, getting in that moment, getting your confidence early and just keep running with that in the zone mentality?
Yeah, I think so. I think definitely seeing my first few shots go in, I felt really good. And I think I probably took some confidence from the previous game as well, knowing that, my sorry, I've gone off again. So yeah, my shot felt good. And then I hit the first couple and I just wanted to keep shooting. So it was nice that my teammates were obviously able to find me and kind of came off on balls ready to shoot.
Now, Adam, throwing it over to you, what helps you get in the zone in a game? Or what's your key to just finding that form or playing confidently?
I actually want to ask Loz a few more questions because one.
Okay, go for it, please.
Well, one, everyone loves playing against their old team. There's just a comfort level because, well, usually you know what they're going to run, how they guard things.
Yeah.
Like you said, the on ball, if they drop off. As guards coming off on balls, when the big sits back, it's like heaven. I'm sure Shane, to go, what was it, 7 of 11, I'm sure Shane would have been like, shoot the ball a lot more. I was lucky enough to have Shane as an assistant coach in Turkey at the 2010 World Champs, and he's like a guard's dream to have as a coach. Mm-hmm. Has he been like, obviously you haven't been able to play a lot, but just to learn from him and how smart he is with the guards, especially like learning from him, how has that been?
Yeah, I actually played under Shane at SEQ, so I played a whole season under him, and I feel like that's when I really developed as a point guard. He really helped me to kind of think through the game, and then this year especially, probably to start the season I wasn't shooting that well, but he just gives you that confidence. And even when I was 0 for 5 or something, he's still like shoot it, Loz, like that's your shot. And so I think when your coach gives you that confidence, and you know that they have that confidence in you, that allows you to just feel good about yourself, feel good about your game. And then, like you said, he helps you to think through the game and, points out different things, that the little kind of minor details. And I think that just really helped. So I'm loving it.
That's so good. Any more questions, Adam? That was a great one.
Well,
I mean, it makes sense learning from a point guard.
Well, he was just great for me I played the 2 with the Australian team then, and just if you miss the opportunity, he would show you on video or he'd point it out in a timeout or in a dead ball and like, this is how you can get a shot. Obviously, he did it for so long and he was a scoring guard himself, so he knows exactly how to get shots and how you can get looks yourself and opportunities that you probably miss that you won't miss next time. So I know the Bigs didn't like it as much because he was like, just give the guards the ball. But as point guards and young point guards learning the game, to learn from one of Australia's best, like it's pretty cool. So, yeah, I just wanted to ask that. But, I mean, as far as getting in the zone and whatever, like once you hit a couple and you have times in seasons where you do feel like that and everything just feels good, training's good, your shot feels good, you just make shots. And when you make 2 or 3, it just opens things up. And it's an awesome feeling. I always wonder, like, what it would be like to be Steph Curry. Like, I don't know if you've seen the All-Star game, but to just
like that's your daily, just like.
Like, I've maybe had 3 or 4 in a row, whatever, but to hit, like, that many shots, it's pretty incredible. So it's an awesome feeling, that rush you get when you play and you get on a bit of a heater like that. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, and
Definitely.
speaking of awesome feeling, Adam, you're an Olympian. You played for the London Olympics. Can you tell us a little bit about that? And you've played for Australia a couple of times. Tell us about your experience representing the green and gold.
Obviously, the ultimate dream. Anytime you get to represent your country, obviously the Olympics is a pinnacle. To receive that phone call that I'd made the 12
Oh,
was
wow.
awesome from Brett Brown, who I mean I loved him as a coach. But yeah, to the opening ceremony, the games, playing Great Britain in London at 8:30 in like a sold out crowd was a game I'll never forget. Like just the whole. I've never seen so much lycra walking through a village, but like just the whole atmosphere and it's pretty crazy. You can't really describe it, but like I said, anytime you get to wear the green and gold and play for your country, it's pretty special. So lucky I got to do it 3 times, and to be an Olympian, something pretty special.
Definitely. And Lauren, you've done FIBA and made the Opal squad before. What was your experience wearing green and gold?
Yeah, obviously it's a huge honor anytime you get the call up. And so I just felt super grateful the whole time I was there. I think I learnt a lot. Just every camp you go to, you're playing against or training against, the best in the country. So it's really good basketball. So it was just so great to be a part of. It was really cool. I loved it.
Okay, and to put you on the spot, that sounds like a pretty great time. But to put you both on the spot, if you had to choose one like team or season that was the highlight of your basketball careers today, can you pick one? All right, Adam's up first. Boom.
All season, I can't go past. All season-wise, the Brisbane Bullets. My second season, I think we won 21 games in a row. We didn't lose.
Yeah, that's something, isn't it?
We didn't lose like 3 months. Like obviously won the championship my second year, but to play with guys like Sam McKinnon, CJ Bruton, Mark Bradkey, Ebby Ura, like some of the best players that have ever played as a second year player was pretty cool. And to win that many games, and so that year for sure. I mean, you can't get much better than that.
No, that's pretty unreal, isn't it? It's definitely one for the history books. Lauren, a particular season or team for you?
Can we go NBL 1 or like
Yeah,
days? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I really loved my Tornadoes, the Tassie team that I played with. Just the teammates. We all got along really well. We managed. I think we made like the semis. Yeah, we made the semis. We lost in the semis, but it was just amazing people to be around, and I really enjoyed that club. So yeah, I would go with them.
That's my
so
hometown.
cool. Yeah, I was going to say, Adam, you're born and bred in Tassie, right?
I am. I went and watched a lot of Launceston Tornadoes games growing up as a young kid. There was the men's team, but they kind of dropped out when I was younger. So I used to go and watch the girls play. So a lot of fun.
Yeah.
How good. How good. What was your favourite memory of living in Tasmania, Lauren? Adam might be able to comment back on it. Give his pointers.
We used to go and play on the coast in the Northwest League. So I would say just the drives there with like my team. Sometimes we would train on the coast as well. So just like the road trips there, we would always like go to the beach or something. So just like that was probably my favorite. And then we would go explore. There's so much to see in Tassie as well. So like going to waterfalls and stuff like that. Yeah.
Okay. Adam, your number one send people to if they go to Tassie location?
Well, I haven't lived there for like 18 years, so I've got here and there. The gorge in Launceston is pretty cool. That's been done up. That's good to see. Good to go and have lunch. You can swim. So I'll probably say the gorge. That was always a favourite back when I was at school there as well.
I've been to the gorge as well, and I can rate it. It was pretty fun. Went there after a Nationals athletic tournament. Now, we're getting close to wrapping up, so just a few more fun questions. Here's one we normally do most weeks, and I think it kind of comes off the back of your favourite season playing for the Tornadoes, Lauren, about culture and how you bond with your team. So what's one of the ways your WNBL team is currently bonding? Do you play, we've had a few teams play like COD or Fortnite. Is it going to the beach? doing these road trips? How does your team currently bond?
Yeah, we do. Well, a lot of us like live in the same place, so we're around each other constantly. So we're always going to the beach. We like to go and get coffee together, go to the parks.
Yeah.
We did a team bowling session as well. So yeah,
Who
just
was the
anything
best? Who's
at
got the
bowling.
bowling skill? Yeah.
I think it was Kira Rowe. I think.
Ooh. Did she get a
Yeah.
couple of what do you call it? Strikes? Is that when you get them all?
Yeah,
No,
she
strikes is
had.
when you get. What do you call it
Yeah,
when you
she
get
had
them
a lot.
all? Did she?
Is it a spare?
No.
Yeah,
Wait. Spares when you strike when you hit them all, right?
I think so. Anyway,
Bowlers
she
in
was
the
great.
live next in, but
Yeah.
yeah. And what about for you, Adam? Are you hanging with the Southeast Melbourne Phoenix team currently?
Yeah, so not as much because I obviously go off and coach and whatever, but Fortnite does get a fair bit of a run. I know a
Okay,
lot of the
okay.
guys because we have Joe Chi, obviously a big Chinese 7 foot.
Uh-huh.
So he's taken the boys to a lot of lunches and dinners, and they've tried some unique cuisine that they haven't really
Ooh.
enjoyed too much, like cow parts and stuff that you
Have you done the
would not
chicken
like.
feet? The little
Yeah, like certain parts you probably not think to ever eat, but apparently it's yeah. So there's a little bit of, but COVID's been so crappy for being able to do team stuff. Normally you'd go out or you'd go barbecues or whatever, but for the most part it's been COVID restricted, so it's been hard to do stuff kind of in Melbourne.
Yeah, definitely. And look, one of the last questions that's come in for you, Adam, is from Amaya O'Leary, 87. And she's just going back to that question of, are you thinking of retiring as a player soon just to focus on coaching?
It's a tricky one, like, because I'm still going to play NBL 1 and, when do you call it? Like, I've kind of enjoyed not having to train every day, but I know I still could play. So I'm not sure what I want to do, if I actually want to officially pull the pin or not, or if I just wait it out. So I'm not sure. I don't have an answer. I'll probably just wait to see maybe the end of the season, but yeah, I'm not sure.
Sounds good. Well, that's all right. We'll wait and see. But lastly, let's finish on that NBL 1 note. Gibbo, could we convince you to come up north for the NBL 1 season?
You could if I haven't already committed to a team. They'll probably come up and play with the Rollers because my good mate Anthony Petrie's coaching up there, Jason Kinnear.
Yes,
I think Will Magnay's going back up there, some of my
he
good
is.
mates. So if I was available, I would fly and play on the Goldie with the Rollers. But because of the business and everything I've got going on here, it's just it's more convenient at the moment to stay down here.
And sorry, which team have you currently signed with?
I'll be playing with Knox, with the
Knox.
Knox Raiders. So I played with them last year for a few games. So I'll go back there and play with them again.
Well, hopefully when we get to that championship series that unfortunately COVID stopped this year, Knox can play off against whichever men's team take it out of North. And yeah, we'll play to see where the championship's held in 2023. That'll be fun.
Let's hope.
Let's hope. And Lauren, back with the Rollers, what do you think about your squad coming into this next season?
Yeah, I think we're looking good. I think the club's recruited really well. So I'm really looking forward to it. I'm excited. I think the girls are already training. They're already getting their fitness and stuff in. So I'm really looking forward to joining them.
Yeah, it's not too long. I mean, we've already had the finals fixture come out for WNBL, and I think it's end of April the NBL 1 North kicks off. So very exciting. Now, Adam, Lauren, thank you so much for joining us here. It's been awesome to chat and hear about all your ball experience, all your great advice, how you like to help and build that culture with others. So thank you so much for joining. That's it for tonight. Feel free to leave the podcast and I'll just wrap it up here.
Thank you for having us.
Okay.
Guys, good luck for the rest of the season. We'll be watching.
Thanks, Gibbo. All right.
Yeah, good luck to both your teams. I can't wait to keep watching all the action unfold.
Thank you.
See ya.
See you guys. Woo! That was so fun. Thanks everyone for sending in your questions. It was great to have them all come through. And look, just to wrap up, I've been keeping my eye and ear to the ground for a few of those NBL 1 North signings. So we've got Tom Howard, who is signed with the Logan Thunder. So he previously played for NBL 1 North or QBL back in the day and finished in the top 10 rebounders. So he'll be a strong addition to the Thunder's front court. We've got Henry Prono signed with the Ipswich Force. Now, he's a power forward who's been playing all over the world and most recently in Luxembourg, and he's currently averaging a double-double. So I think he's going to be a very mean addition to that Ipswich Force side. So I'm excited to see, you know, how they might do in this next coming season. And then there's Jophus Chilcott joining the USC Rip City. Now, he's played 8 seasons for the Northwest Thunder and will be migrating north. So that's exciting, bringing the heat up north. We're getting closer and closer to that season starting, and the Blitz has also been announced. So just feel free to have a look on Basketball Queensland on the feed page, and you can find out more information about that. But thank you so much to everyone who joined us tonight. Adam and Lauren are amazing, just absolute veterans in the game of basketball and so much knowledge and experience and love for the game. So thanks again for you guys for joining. Thanks for everyone for joining in and sending in the questions. And we'll see you next week, Tuesday, 8 p.m. And hopefully my co-host, John Guana, he'll be feeling better and up to speed, and he'll be on here too, bringing all the vibes. All right. Thanks, everyone. We'll see you next week. Bye.